Hey, what's going on, DDO players? Axel here. Today's video is all about a big news story to hit Dungeons and Dragons Online today, and that's that Wil Wheaton, who is from Star Trek: The Next Generation, he's on The Big Bang Theory, has his own web show about gaming. He's a big D&D player, a big just fan of RPGs in general, is narrating the new content which is coming out today, DDO's take on the classic module, the Temple of Elemental Evil. Honestly, I was shocked when I heard this, and I was shocked because DDO is a small MMO. It's not World of Warcraft. It doesn't have a huge player base. It doesn't have a huge developer staff. It's quite the opposite, really. It has a very small dev staff, and the player base is outright microscopic compared to something like World of Warcraft. But it's a very well-respected MMO from my experience. It's an MMO that has a very loyal player base, and it's an MMO, even with a smaller population, is going strong. But it's still a huge deal for the game to get a celebrity as big as Wil Wheaton to come in and do the voice acting. And because DDO is a small MMO, it doesn't have a big developer staff, presumably doesn't have a big revenue stream. They couldn't have paid Wil Wheaton his normal pay for this. Wil Wheaton must have done this for a big discount, or maybe he even did it for free. And I'd be curious to hear exactly how this went down. If Wil Wheaton, being a big D&D fan, actually came to Turbine, or if Turbine, that's the company that runs DDO, came to Wil Wheaton. I'd like to hear that story, and that would be cool to actually have been one of those Turbine employees to meet him. I personally am really happy to hear about this because I'm a big fan of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm a big fan of The Big Bang Theory, all of which Wil Wheaton has been in. Now, I don't watch his web shows. I'm not really a huge loyal fan of him personally. I like the guy. I've liked what he's been in, but I'm not personally a huge Wil Wheaton fan. I'm a big fan of some of the shows he's been in, but it's very cool to see a guy like that who's a big RPG fan. He's a longtime D&D player, actually come in and help this game, because this is a huge deal from a marketing standpoint. Wil Wheaton has around 2.8 million Twitter followers. Just think about that. If he puts out a tweet talking about his role in DDO's new content, he talks about the game and maybe his internet show, that has the potential to bring a ton of new players to DDO. Even if only a tiny percentage of players or tiny percentage of people actually come visit DDO that hear it from Wil Wheaton, that still has the potential to blow up the player base. Because right now, Dungeons and Dragons Online has been losing players over the past several years. It's still going strong. It still has a loyal player base, but it is getting smaller, as you would expect with a game that is going on 8, 9, 10 years old. So guys, I wanted to just let you know about this news story today because it's a big deal. This is one of the biggest news stories to come out in a while, and it has the potential to breathe a lot of life into the game. Now, I'm not saying it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe Wil Wheaton never even mentions this on his Twitter account or radio show. Maybe this gets swept under the rug and nothing really happens with the player base, but it has the potential to be a big thing, and it's going to be interesting in the coming months to see if a lot of players join the game and if it really helps out the game, and if it can be spotlighted, at least temporarily, on some major RPG websites, major role-playing websites, major D&D websites. So if you're a new player, if you happen to be searching for Wil Wheaton or D&D and happen to come across this video, I'll put a link in the description for how you can access DDO if you want to check this out. I'll also put a link in the description to the announcement and the not the announcement, but the teaser video that initially announced that Wil Wheaton was going to be a part of Dungeons and Dragons Online. So guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe and tell your DDO friends and guildies about my channel. Thanks for watching.